I have trained all my life, and I've studied every single day for 42 years. And it's always about understanding how to awaken people to themselves. So I don't come in with a program and say, here's the program, go do these steps. My approach to people is listen. People are being pulled all the time so many different directions and distracted by all these things they must do. They don't have a capacity to actually get in touch with what they really want with their life, and have no access anymore to the depth that's in them. I do depth. That's what I want to help people find.
I think I would recommend somebody meet with Father Rick because he's a blend of being very relationally perceptive and also very intelligent and very in tune with the Holy Spirit. And I think that those three things make him just a person that it's really incredible to spend time with.
He's a man of great depth and wisdom, and that's something that I have greatly benefited from. And so I see him as not just a father in the Roman Catholic sense, but father in the faith.
He really helped me get unstuck in my journey, and the way in which he did that was actually speaking to 160 of us on that Saturday night in early January of 2015. It's almost palpable how everyone in the room just hangs on his every word. He told stories that would go from this like very respectful scenario to something out of left field that would make the whole room erupt in laughter, then going back to some really meaningful, self-reflective stories of kind of his path. I give Rick a lot of credit for getting all of us in the room into that place where we listen to our hearts a lot more.
What did he say once? He said, "I'm pretty sure I'm 1,000 years old."
Yeah.
And he would always say that, but he always just had this childlike faith and this childlike attitude towards always wanting to learn more and just always wanting to grow. And that was always just so contagious for us leaving, of just like, wow, I want to be learning and I want to be challenged and growing in the ways that Father Rick is encouraging us to do so.
And I think Father Rick's goal of our time with him was just to really engage on a deeper level. It felt like each time he would sort of start, if you think of an onion, I feel like he used that metaphor a lot, but we would sort of start more surface level and then would sort of peel back the layers to each piece of our time with him. And whenever we walked away, we always had a lot to process with one another and a lot to sort of carry forward as we were learning in the program and moving forward with our daily lives.
Spiritual direction under Father Gans not only provides that space, but also the trust and the confidence of making yourself vulnerable in front of a leader in our faith formation. In particular with Father Gans, he's very skillful at first looking at the person, developing the friendship, and invite you to open up. Professionally, as a leader in community development, he has helped me attain some grounding with my own faith, from which everything, your actions, your thoughts, your approaches to issues stem from.
You know, I'm a passionate cyclist, triathlete, and that's something that I've identified with that for many years, since I was 19. I've had some pretty horrific cycling accidents. All three of them sent me to the hospital. The last one I was in the ICU, and I was devastated. And coming to meet with Father Rick was one of those poignant moments where I realized that what he had to offer was exactly what I needed at the time. And he really challenged me in a way that allowed me to discover myself, but that stuff's trivial by comparison to my relationships with my wife and my daughters. And I think that's something that he was able to really help me see my way through. For me, I was desperate. I didn't know what to do. What will I do if I'm not riding a bike? And now I know. I'm a better husband and father and friend for him.
Probably the core thing that gives me the most joy is I'm a teacher. I love to be able to find a way to snap people out of their complacency, but say, have you ever looked at it this way and see that moment of pause? I love that. That moment of where you can see, I never thought of that. And I just let them sit there. And then they say it. I never thought of that. I love to watch that kind of startled. And then learning can begin.